Whatever it takes, I will do it. And that is the attitude of a winner. It's like no more excuses, no more waiting for the right time, no more waiting for the stars all to align in the right direction. I am going. Welcome to the MoneyFitMD show. I'm Dr. Latifat, the founder of MoneyFitMD. We want to change the narrative where women physicians use. My job is to let you know that's gonna. I have to surround myself with people that are doing crazy. All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of MoneyFitMD podcast. Okay, guys. Woo, I'm excited for many, many reasons. Number one is this is episode 300. Oh my goodness. It feels like a big deal. It is a big deal. 300. 300. So first of all, I want to just say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you guys that are listening right now. The only reason why I have 300 episodes is because of you. You are the inspiration. You're the one that keeps listening. All you hundreds and thousands of people that are listening to this, thank you, thank you. Without you, there would be no podcast. So I want to say thank you. But the other reason why I'm excited is because I have a guest here that is going to be interviewing me. And if you are listening to this on the podcast, we do have a YouTube. So I want you to go over to the YouTube. And this episode usually comes on the YouTube 2 days after the podcast, or usually on Thursdays. I want you to just go there so you can see who my guest is. It is the one and only, my boo of life, my husband, the only sugar in my tea. That's something we used to say when we were a lot younger. But welcome, Shile Akintade, to the podcast. You haven't been here so long.
It's been probably like a year or so.
More than a year. Jeez, I gotta be 300 for you to come hang out with us.
I need to be frequent on this call.
On this podcast.
How I should start crashing it. Just what
You and your kids.
Yes.
So
yes, I'm so happy to be. I'm stoked. I'm so stoked to be here. It's such a privilege. So I will say this for you. For those who you guys don't know, I was there at the very first episode, the very first 2020. I was live and direct. The nerves, the sweats, the makeup going wrong, and all that. So I was there. Say, if you need inside scoop, just reach out to me. Tell Latifat, Shile, I need your husband to give me inside scoop. I'll give you all the scoop. So
this is why you don't invite your family to Nate. So they're gonna be like, remember when you were one and we're cleaning your diapers?
So okay, so I'm gonna go. Let's go to the beginning. I mean, 300. When you started in 2020, at the height of COVID, where businesses were scrambling, people didn't know what to do. You had no idea you'd be doing 300.
No idea.
So take us back. How has it been?
I had no idea I would be doing 300.
Yeah.
I remember thinking about starting the podcast, and my biggest fear was I was not going to have, I was like, I'm going to run out of things to say after 10 episodes.
300 topics. Wow.
10 episodes. And just FYI, guys, it's 300 official episodes, but there's some episodes that we did as specials or bonuses that actually are not numbered. So we actually have more than 300. And I know y'all can do math, right? And so if you think about how many weeks there are in a year and you multiply that by, 5 years or so, we've done more than 300, but this is our official 300. And I have to say that I'm just indeed humbled, honestly, that people listen to me, that people listen to what I have to say. And I'm glad that you guys are putting it into action. And I know that because I'm reading the reviews, I'm getting the messages. But more than anything else, I'm just honored that y'all are not tired of me after 300 episodes. And that means that what we're doing is helping. It means that we're giving value. And I have gratitude for you more than anything else, because without you, there would be no podcast. If there was 0 downloads, I probably still will do it. But it would be harder to do it, right? But I get messages from you guys. You're like, you love the episodes about kids and generational wealth. You love the episode about how people benefit from event. You love episodes from like even last year. I'm still getting messages about like the first episode of the year. So I want to just, I'm grateful for you.
Yes.
More than anything else.
And I want to ask you a question on that, because I've seen doing 300 episodes, it's a milestone, and having people listen to you and having more people download with more episodes tells me something, that either you are doing something that is causing you to either grow or to provide value. And I think it's important to share that, because not only do you help women physicians, not not only do you aspire them or inspire them to grow. What are you doing that is bringing about growth? Because it's been 5 years. What are you doing? What is the secret sauce? Give us, because I know some, but I want you to share from what have you been doing consistently.
Do you promise to tell us some of the secret stuff that you I will, as long as your answer is not affected by my answer?
I will I will share some inside scoops. Don't
Okay, all right. Okay. So I would say that honestly, like I tell people, you're the most important thing. If Latifat, if I did not grow, I would still be talking and teaching like I did in 2020, which means that I'll have nothing more to say.
Okay.
But because this journey is one of everlasting growth, everlasting learning, I invest in myself first. I invest in myself. And, Sheila is here, so it will tell you one of the ways that I invest in myself is I listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts. I read books. My personal faith, my spiritual life is like the number one source of my, like, literally keeps my battery going, energized, and everything else. I attend in person events. I surround myself with people that are doing the similar thing that I am doing, people that love women physicians, people that understand the sacrifice that it takes to do the work that we do. I surround myself in there. I let them be the ones to fill my ears, not people that are like, but haven't you tried? You've already helped her, 100 women. I'm like, no, I'm not here for just to help 100 women. I'm here to help hundreds of thousands of women. I'm here to redefine money for women physicians and really change this culture of being stuck, broke, and not having freedom and being owned by someone as the narrative. So those are the things that I do. I don't play with my mind. One of the things, well, Shale's here, so y'all know I can't align with him here. And one of the things that for many years that he did not understand was the value of coaching, all coaching in general. And one of the things I was spending like multiple 5 figures on coaching. And I'm like, this is one part of our expenses that we're not allowed to touch because if I don't invest in myself, I will not be the leader, the mom, the wife, the human, the Latifa, the doctor that I know that I'm meant to be. So this growth of personal growth, not just like, not because I want to show people personal growth, but because I understand that even in the quiet of my home, in the quiet of the mission that I have, in the quiet of the serving the women in the money school, in the quiet of serving you guys, I have to be well. And, our in-person event, Wealthy You Like, came out of that. Yeah. Because that literally, if you're not well, if you're not charged up, if you're the source of what flows out of you, right? And so we have to invest in ourselves. And it's not a secret. This literally are the things that I'm doing that has helped me last 300 episodes, but not just last 300 episodes, but be in what you've called like that growth pathway to figuring out who God wants Latifat to be, who I need to be so that I can pour out from a place of abundance and not a place of scarcity.
I mean, it's interesting you said that, because in John Maxwell's book, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, he spoke of one of the attributes of a leader, one who's growing, that people actually see the leader, who's not only growing, but actually takes bold steps. I've seen you invest, like I said, 4 to 5 figures of money into your own personal coaching. And I just wanted to ask, where did you get that from? Because I mean, I don't know if the women physicians know that you have a coach, but it's good to bring that up again and say, yeah, like you have a coach. And where did you get that from, where I need to invest in myself? And it's almost like you're like, this is non-negotiable. I'll back it up with money. I don't care how much I spend as long as I'm growing. Where did that come from? And how has that truly helped you when it comes to be where you are 300 episodes?
Absolutely. I mean, success leaves clues, right?
Yeah.
And so you need to figure out who are the people that are authentically living the similar, not the same life that you want to live?
Correct.
Who are the people that are living in integrity, that are, for me, family is not nice to have. Family is critical. Community is critical. So who are people that are living the life of being well in medicine, that are serving the purpose that they're here to serve beyond themselves, that are growing their net worth, creating their wealthy life for themselves, and what are the recipes that they have used in order to get there. And the thing is, you hack that. And one of the things that I've found for people that are wealthy minded and creating wealth in a way that is abundant, not the kind of wealth you and I would like to embody, one of the things they don't joke around is their mind. They would like literally, you can, I'm like, I will go shop at a, I don't know, like at a, I don't know, I would go shop at the 99-cent store for food, God forbid, before I let go of coaching. Because this is like, if this mind is not well, if this mind is not optimized, and when I say not well, I'm not talking about just depressed or anxiety. I'm talking about if I'm not thinking at the optimal level, if I'm not thinking sharply, if I'm not thinking in a way that is like focused and sharp and wealthy minded, I will not be able to pour into women. Right. So there's just the hacking of the clues that success leads. That's number one. And then number two, one of the things that's important to me is authenticity and integrity. I'm not perfect, but if I'm going to tell people to invest in coaching and I'm not investing in coaching, it's going to be out of integrity, right? And so I don't have to do everything that my clients do. For example, I have clients in the money school that are, building like what's it called, adult living facilities. I have people that are, they have product lines. I have people that are doing many different things. I don't own land. I have clients that own land. So it does not mean that I have to do every single thing. But when it comes to the core, and that's why I've told people, some of my clients, that if you have a podcast, it's important to ask people to leave you a review. But if you are listening to podcasts and you've not left them a review, there is the part of you subconsciously that's going to hold you back from telling the truth, right? And which leads me to you listening to this podcast and you haven't left us a review yet. Please, 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 just to celebrate our 300, how amazing would it be to have, even if it's like 150 of you guys that are listening, like 150 of the people that are listening, if you went and left us a review right now, we would be this close to having 300 reviews.
And we're gonna double that. We want 300 reviews.
Okay, all right. So you can.
How's 150?
So if you can just stop right now, leave us a review, I would appreciate it. Just tell us what you love about the podcast, what's helping you. But what that means as well is like when you're doing the great things that you are inevitably going to continue to do, it makes it easier for you to ask your patients to leave a Google review for your practice. It makes it easier for you to ask people that are, what do they think about what you do and how can you serve them? So we leaders go first. So please lead first so that it's easier for you to ask when it's your turn to.
Okay. And so 2 years ago, I remember 2023, you had this vision. I'm going to host an event. And I saw you go through some mind somersaults. Somersaults. Like, oh, what am I doing? How am I going to make it happen? And it happened finally last year. And I want us, can you give us what will happen? Because I know you had, as of last year, you had this soundtrack that you loved so much and you use it. I think I have a soundtrack for you for 2025, and I think that's the one we used for your mom's 70th. I think maybe we can use that for you this year. But 2 years ago, you went through a mind somersaulting, you know, drama. How am I going to make this happen? But it happened last year. Can you walk us through what happened last year? The event you hosted, the very first, the Wealthy You event you hosted last year.
So I've been very, very transparent about most things that I do scares me before I do them.
Okay.
Uh, one of the reasons why it took me longer to start MoneyFitMD, including the coaching programs that we offer, was because I was like, why would anybody want to like hang out with me for more than like 5 minutes? Right? I don't want to be the one hosting a coaching call. I don't like, they're way cooler people that are more interesting people. They're all of that stuff, right? And that made it delay my starting. And I didn't start the money coaching programs the way that we now have it. That's a longer longitudinal program. until many of my clients that said, Latifa, there's something about the people you bring together. You create the lounge. You've literally said, this is the physician lounge that we've been looking for over and over again. And at some point I launched and I said, okay, we're just going to go ahead and go from being an 8 weeks program, which is where I first started from, to being more of like where people can now be in our community for 12 months. And we have people that have been in our coaching program for like 2 years or 2.5 years. And the same will happen with the in-person event where I was like, oh my goodness, in-person event, money event. Like who would want to, like, who am I to host a money event? Who am I to bring people together? Like I cannot, like how I honestly, and I'm being very, very transparent here. I was like, people will leave their house to come to an event that I'm hosting in a different state. And I had to realize, I remember that like everything else I do here at MoneyFitMD, it's not for me. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Literally, I am good. Like so way good. Everything that I do here is because I want more women physicians to be good. And so when you go to events that are surrounding money, there usually are not a lot of women in there. Women are now about 50% of almost every med school entering class, or even sometimes higher than that. But still, when you go to money events, you don't see women in there. You're not seeing Black women in there. You're not seeing Latino women in there. You maybe see some Indians in there, but not a lot of Indians in there. You're seeing some Asians in there, few Asians. You're seeing a few white people in there. But the thing is, there definitely was a need. And one of the things that women have told me over and over again is, Latifa, you attract women that are potent, powerful, and diverse. And so I knew that even if there were 500 women physicians that were hosting money events, the people that I would bring together is different from what those other roles would look like. So that was why I took the plunge last year, hired an event planner, and we hosted it in Atlanta. And oh my goodness, guys, it blew my mind. People came from all over. There was a physician that traveled. I want to say it took her like 30 hours to get there. People, of course, left their practice, left their homes, took time off from work. About half of the women that attended last year said it was their first money event. I will be honest with you, when the event finished, I literally went back to my room. I got on my knees and I was like, God, I'm in awe. And part of that is because this work that I do is not about Latifat, it's beyond Latifat. This is about women and the legacy that they're planning for their kids. I've literally gotten messages from people that attended last year and were like, there was something that happened with being in person that is literally removed the ceiling from my life. Everything just sunk in. Women came and make changes, like their relationships got better, their money got better, they quit their jobs and started their own practice. They launched that locums practice. They cut down at work. There was something that happened by them being in the room. And it literally, someone said it was like magic. And I do think, yes, they have to put work in, but there is a shift that happens when you're in person, in the right room, with the right people, that literally accelerates your journey. So if you were by yourself, and one of the things I talk about for the money school is, my goal is that people will come in and achieve more in 1 year than they have in 5 to 10 years before. And we've been able to do that over and over and over again. When you come to an in-person event, the right in-person event, like the one we do for Wealthy Your Life, literally things that will take you 1 year, the decisions, the bold moves that you're like, I'll do it next year, you may do it within like 1 month, within like instantly, right? And so even now, I'm getting messages from people that are going to be at our event in September. Correct. That's coming up in San Diego, California. We do have rooms available if you want to be there, please, 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 would love to have you. And I'm already smiling because I already know that the decisions that's taking them years to make, they're going to make it in one split decision. And that's what happens in person. So last year was great. This year we have more speakers, well curated. And because wealth is not just about numbers, because freedom is not just about numbers, it's an embodiment. And every single speaker that's coming in there embodies freedom, so that you're not just hearing what they're teaching, they're literally like vision but example of what's possible that you're going to be able to interact with during our time together. And I know it's going to be life changing. I cannot wait to do that.
And I want to ask you a question about what you said there, but before I do that, I want to second what you said about in person. I mean IT, And there's something about physical when you go to a boot camp, a live boot camp, and you rub minds with people. You meet them, you shake hands, you sit beside them, you hear speakers, you take down notes, you exchange business cards, you exchange contacts. There's I don't know what to call it. It's almost like there's a memory that you live with that actually lingers on after you're on the plane, you're in your home, in your back to day 9 to 5 or whatever you're doing. And so it's completely it the transformation is incomparable to a virtual boot camp, even in my own IT bubble. Like you can be in a boot camp or attend an event virtually, and once the speaker is done, you see them talking to the guest or talking to one another, and you just have to end the Zoom or end the event, and you're still in your room. As opposed to you are there in person, you don't go back to your room. You're like, hey, let's go hang out, let's talk more. And you never know, some people can partner that way. But you mentioned something because this year's event is going to be far better. Like you said, you have more speakers, more it's well curated. It's happening where it happens.
San Diego, California, across the ocean. My happy place. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What are the dates?
September 19th to 21st. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have some people that are flying in on Thursday, people that are flying in late Friday.
Okay.
Just whatever amount you can get of this event, even if you're like, Latifat, I can do Saturday and Sunday, it is literally going to be way worth the return on the investment for you.
And how can this sound? Do you have this the website, or you're going to provide?
Absolutely. We'll make sure it's in the link, but you can go to moneyfitmd.com/WYC. It's also in the show notes too.
Having said that, this is the question I have for you.
You got lots of questions, bro.
Wealth.
Okay.
The event is called The Wealthy Life. Now, you and I know wealth is not equal to money.
Oh,
Money is a tool. And I want you to speak to that from a woman physician, because these women are coming in, and some may be coming in maybe for the first time, maybe they did not attend last year, and they may think, oh, I just need more money to solve my problems. Can you speak to that, why money is not the goal?
absolutely. So money is not the only goal. It's one of the goals. And one of the things that I talk about is it's something that I teach as one of the core things inside of the money coaching program that we run. And it's the arms of wealth.
Okay.
And the way that I came up with the arms of wealth is I kind of just got tired of people talking about like, oh, wealth is money only. And I also understand that as a kind-hearted woman physician, which is you, many of us are not, we have stories surrounding money. Money doesn't bring happiness. It's just like saying like top ramen doesn't bring the sun. Of course it doesn't. Like they're two separate things, right? But if you look at even the media is very, very skewed, where they show us examples of skewed wealth. It's like, oh, this person has like, multiple 8-figure, 9-figure net worth, and they kill themselves by suicide. Or this person has all of this money and they're like, I'm struggling with mental health. This person has all this money and now they're, because they're successful women, they can never have a happy marriage. And so what I came to realize is that there is this misunderstanding about wealth. We think that wealth means numbers only. And the component of wealth is assets, ownership of assets. But I teach our women that their arms of wealth goes beyond that. It's things like your relationship. That's a part of wealth, right? Because I don't believe in having money and nothing else. I don't believe in having a successful business and nothing else. I want to have my cake and eat it. I want to have a great marriage. I want to be able to like grow. Self-development is another arm of wealth. Like social capital is another arm of wealth. Your faith slash, spirituality, that's an aspect of wealth as well that is so important. And what I do with the arms of wealth is I also separate financial from debt. And the reason why I do that is so many people have been accustomed to thinking of like, oh, if I could just pay off my debt, I'll be wealthy. No, wealth is one part of wealth. You don't have to pay off your debt to be wealthy or feel wealthy. And so there are all this component of wealth that no one teaches us. But at the center of all of that is you. That's why the focus of our event is you, Wealthy You Life. What I love about this year's though is like, yes, it's Wealthy You Life, but our main focus for this year is going to be about freedom, total, complete freedom, because I believe that's what you want. That's what I'm grateful that I get to live. And I want to teach that to women physicians. So this year at the in-person event, I'm going to roll out the Total Freedom Playbook, which is something that I haven't talked about much. But the reason why I came up with it is, again, people talk about freedom and people think, if I achieve financial freedom, then I'll be free. Our book that I released earlier this year, which is The Power to Choose, talks about liberation, financial liberation, and that's one component to it. But again, I want you all to have like complete total freedom. And so the playbook is going to be released that week, which I get to teach you live. And when I teach you, it's not like sitting down and like, oh my goodness, my head is broken. No, we're about to like workshop style this so that when you leave, you know exactly what you're going to work on in. So you're not sitting confused or wondering or worrying. But what I love about this event is, again, when I'm talking about freedom, people are embodying it the moment that they're there. So I cannot wait to see you. And I really hope you're there. We have a couple more spots. One of the things that people have told us is that the hotel price has gone up. So people are staying at different locations. Some are staying outside, some are doing Airbnb, they're, you know, sharing rooms, they're staying with friends. Like, I love women physicians because they're like, whatever it takes, I will do it. And that is the attitude of a winner. It's like no more excuses, no more waiting for the right time, no more waiting for the stars all to align in the right direction. I am going to, it's that like in our culture, and I would call it like the Tatan spirit, where you're like, okay, I am going to do what it takes.
Correct.
I will do the needful so that I can accomplish what most people are unable and unwilling to achieve.
And can the husbands come? Can they just stop by a little for
Well, I mean, y'all can do whatever you want, but I told my husband he's not invited because I'm there. I'm all about y'all, man. I'm not, my sister was like, can I come? I was like, no, I cannot come. Though, even while we're doing some things, I was like, well, we could get an Airbnb. If your kids and your husband want to come. I was like, no, I'm like locked in to I'm locked into the women positions that are coming here. This event is about you. I have a question for you actually, because I've had some people reach out to me and say they want to come, but one of the challenges women have is when they're trying to go for events like this, maybe they're married or significant other, they have kids, like they feel bad
correct?
leaving. What are, as someone that's not me, as someone that I am literally gonna be at the event, but I think like 4 days or so, do you have any advice or any thought? And if you have any secrets wisdom on how to talk to your spouse and get out of the house so it can come do the thing that's going to help your family grow. Talk it to us.
Yeah, I think it's not normal, natural to feel bad. I think when you're leaving your family, you've been with the family for so long, and now you've been separated, and so there's that agitation, there's that worry.
And you love your family.
Exactly, and so you will have that. So I'm not sparing you of that, but I'm saying it's actually normal. You should feel like I don't want to leave my family. I think when it comes to the spouse, I think it's to your husband. I think the number one thing is to tell your spouse why you need to do this, why you want to go, how this will literally change not only you because it's called the wealthy you, but how actually what you're coming back will actually bless the whole family. And it is true. I've seen that in our own family, how the more you have grown, the more you have acquired wisdom, how that has impacted me and impacted the children. And now the children are taking, sometimes they're taking, they're watching business on YouTube while we have curated videos that they watch. So it does help and bless the family. And two heads are better than one. Like there's no way you're gonna cut it. Two heads are better than one. And so I think as a woman physician, when you tell your spouse, your husband, I really need to do this. I really want to go. This is gonna change my life. These are women going through what I'm going through. They understand more than in a way you do because I'm in the dirt. I'm in the quagmire, and sometimes I feel like I'm sinking. This woman get it, and it's just gonna be 4 days, but my life will change. And I think when you say it that way, your husband will say, you know what, we'll figure it out. You go. And I think it's more of like it's not like you're taking permission. It's more like I bless you to go because I know this is gonna change our lives for good. And I think that's the way to do it. So yes, you will feel sad. Yes, you'll feel bad, but let that motivate you to go there with your pen and paper. Like let that be, you know what? I am going and I'm gonna get everything that I possibly can. I'm going to network. I'm going to participate. I'm going to interact. I'll, I'll step out of my comfort zone. I will talk to people. And, and I'm telling you, you will grow faster than with ever before compared to you being virtual. Now, I know you do some virtuals and you do your meetings and coachings virtual, but this will literally catapult you because again, for me in IT, when I go for the physical boot camps or the conferences, you come back home and your business gets better, your your plans get better, your vision. You think you have a big vision, go to Wealthy You. And then you see women who not only have gone through what you are going through, but actually now are maybe a level further and they can help you and say, you know what, let me get your contact. I did not know you live close by. I did not know we're in the same vicinity. Let's touch base. Let's make contact. Or you want to start a practice and we're close, but maybe you and I can do it. Like it's just amazing what you can get out of it. So I hope that helps.
No, thanks for sharing that. And by the way, your significant other, your spouse, feel free to rewind this part, like
Yes.
play it to the ears.
Yeah, tell them to go. I mean, it's gonna be fantastic. And like I said, I may be crashing in.
I was like, now. Nah, maybe the next one. Maybe the next one.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a wonderful time. The last one, I saw the videos, I saw the testimonials, and I'm telling you, this women, even till now, some are coming because of last year. They're like, I'm coming because last year was amazing. Some are coming because they missed last year and they heard so much, and so there's still spots open. And I'm telling you, I think once you make the decision, things will start to fall into place. Like just make the commitment, I'm going. And right after that, everything you start to figure things out.
I have to say, there's something that I've learned from you, and I do think that it's potent, powerful, and very helpful, which is there are times when I'm like, oh, I want to do something. I made the decision, but I am trying to sort out the physical aspects of it.
Yeah.
And there's something that you say that actually I find really helpful. You're like, you've already made the decision, so it's already done.
Correct.
So just go ahead and take the action. Just you've already decided that you want to be there. Just catch up with what already is existing on a non-physical side of things and just sign up, register, pay for the program. Sometimes I get annoyed. I'm like, oh, I'm like, you always say yes to the things. But I think it's because you see the value and the benefit, not just only in my life, but the ROI, the return on investment on the family and just like pouring over everyone. So I like that you do say that once that decision is made, stop wasting your time. You've already decided.
Correct. You've made the call. Just move beyond the call. Stop revisiting that decision. That's what I mean. Like you've made the decision. I'm going to Wealthy You. Like stop going back to should I go? Should I not go? No, I'm going. Now I need to figure out. Okay, how will the kids be okay? Will my husband be fine? Will the family be okay? Okay, who do I need to come help? Who can facilitate this? Who can chaperone? Like you start to figure things out. The wisdom will start coming once the decision is made, or the wisdom to will not come if you keep going back to the same decision. And the second reason why I say that is regret. There's regret is that experience that you can never go back to. You're like, I could have gone and I would have been just further along in my being a woman physician, in my practice, in my business. And so I mean you're gonna learn so much skills from women going through what you're going through. So yes, that's why I say that a lot. The last thing I want for you is to say, oh, I could have done that. I could have just gone. Like if you see how much we spend on so many things, right? This event is your investment in you. So
Thank you for sharing that.
yeah.
Any other questions you have for me,
Uh
husband?
yeah, I think that's it for now. I think it's coming up. It's a few weeks, and how are the nerves?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
I'm just like locked in,
This is
honestly.
a rate.
And I'm excited because of how much I know it's going to help women free you, free you. And I think this is a conversation that's been a long time coming. Again, we're of course going to talk about but the theme for this year is freedom, total freedom, total freedom.
And she's gonna help you unpack what
Yeah,
freedom is for a woman physician.
absolutely.
Like she's gonna define that term for you so you understand exactly what freedom is.
Please look. I'm excited. I'm locked into that. I'm excited about the next 300.
Oh, I have a question for you. Will the women physician be getting some Nigerian food? Like those too.
So about that, well, so this is not something that one of the things that we do is that with the women that are in our coaching program, this is also time for us to see in person as well. And what we did last year was we had Nigerian food, like a VIP session, and where I'm not going to announce all the surprise, but let's just say that they're going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. And guys, there's so much that we have planned for you. There's going to be time to rest, time to retreat, time to connect. It's going to be not one of those like overpacked schedules. No, it's not one of that. We're there so you can rest, you can recover. You can get what does your soul, your body, your spirit need. There's going to be opportunities to walk on the beach because we're in freaking San Diego. Atlanta ain't got no beautiful beach, yo. That's all like we need to go to Sacramento. We need to go to San Diego, even though it's like so crazy expensive. But I'm excited about the experience. I'm excited about what I know is going to happen after swimming.
Can you share with them one more time what's the website, the dates
Absolutely.
of the events?
The website is moneyfitmd.com/WYC, September 19th to 21st. By the way, it's going to be CME eligible. So those of you guys that are all hearing money from the hospital, absolutely, there's no better way you can spend your CME money. If you have a business, if you're a business owner, definitely talk to your CPA. But usually events like this will qualify as business expense because it's helping you become better in your business. So don't forget that. So tax wise, it can be friendly. CME wise, it can be friendly. But even if you don't have any of that, you've already spent your CME money, the return, like I want you to ask yourself, what is the potential value that you place on not being where you are today in a year from now? What's the value of you being able to practice medicine on your own terms? What's the value of you being able to take a sabbatical? I have two of my clients actually that are on sabbatical right now, and both of them are primary care doctors. What's the value of you being able to hear how people have gone from zero to building, multiple hundreds of millions of dollars of investment assets? What's the value of you sitting down on about how you can start to build passive income? What's the value of you learning that maybe you don't have to be stuck on one source of income, but you can become a business owner through acquisition? What's the value of you being able to have conversations with someone that can say, you know what, if you want to travel more, like we just came back from Nigeria, we're in Japan a couple months ago, probably going to do another travel later on this year. Like your spending can actually help you fly for free and enjoy vacations. Like, what's the value of that? Not just for you, but for your family. So, what's the value of being able to have an accountant, have a conversation with an accountant that has a focus on physicians and wealth building for physicians and business owners? So those are the questions I need to start asking yourself. And instead of going from like, what is it going to cost me? But like, what's the value of what I'm going to get? Because at the end of the day, let's say that being there cost you like, say, 5K, travel, hotel, and all that. Let's just say at the end of the day, you're going to spend those 5K. It's just a matter of like, is it going to go towards a liability? Is it going to go into something that can give you a return of 10x, 100x return on your investment? Those are the wealthy-minded questions that you need to ask. Not should I spend $5,000 on a conference in terms of like the flight and even 6K? But it's more of a question: if you spend 6K and the return on the investment, like now something that would take you 5 years, you're able to accomplish in like 6 months. One connection only will save you all of that in like mistakes that you did not need to make. So ask the right questions so that you can take the right actions for your life.
All right. All right.
So I'm excited.
I'll crash not.
No, you're not crashing. You're not crashing. But I just want to say too, I want to just take a moment and just say thank you. 300 episodes have gotten because of you. Every review, I read them and literally sometimes I have my kids look at them so they can see the value of the work that we're doing, so they can learn that hard work is a good thing. There are times when I record those videos or the podcast at midnight, the day before it's released. There are times when I record it like a couple of hours before it's released. their chance, and I'm like, wow, what would help? Like scratching my head, what would be helpful? What would, like, what are the challenges my people are going through? Like, what are the things that no one is teaching women physicians? What are the things we need to decode, decode? Like, but the reason why I'm doing that is because you're listening to this podcast. So I want to say thank you for riding with me in this last 5 years. Thank you for leaving reviews. Thank you for sharing this podcast. Thank you for sending me messages about how it's impacting you. Like, those things do matter. And I just want to commit to you and say, like, the next 300 episodes, the next 100 episodes, the next 1,000 episodes, my commitment is that I continue to put you front and center. That the things that matter to you, that move the needle for you, the quiet conversations, the quiet fears that you have that you think you all alone, those are the things that will continue to define here, to talk about here, so that we can literally change the game. You and I together can change the game for women physicians. Because I will be honest with you, I'm not here to make a buck. I'm not here. I know how to make money. I know how to make lots of money, literally. Like, just FYI, I'm here to change the narrative for women in money. I'm here to change the average, so that the average woman physician will no longer be tired, exhausted, underpaid, and hopeless. That the average woman physician will be a multi-seven-figure person, net worther. Of women physician will be known for being savvy. We will not be known for being the people you give the bad deals to. We'll be known to ask questions. We'll be known to live authentically, to rest, to impact the next generation, to live out the calling of our lives. That's what we're here for. And so if you're listening to this, you're part of that movement. You're part of that narrative. And I, from the depths and depths of every core of my being, I want to say thank you. God bless you. And I look forward to serving you. We have so many amazing things happening in MoneyFitMD. Get ready. 2025 fall, 2026 beyond is going to be mind shifting. And just know that everything we're doing is with that mission in mind. So thank you. I love you. So grateful for you. Thank you for being in my world. And I really do deeply hope that I see you a worthy life. But before we log out, I want to say thank you to my interviewer,
Oh, you're welcome.
the boo of life, the one that gets me coffee when I'm recording sometimes late at night, or like, the one that, like, okay, I'll stay up, just go do it. Like, thank you very much for being a supporter of women physicians. Thank you for being a supporter of women. I think there's so many examples out there of what I would call like toxic masculinity, and women being isolated and feeling like they're all alone. And I just want to say that thank you for being an imperfect example of the fact that our spouses, especially men, can support the vision that I believe God has placed in our lives as women, and be part of that iron that sharpens iron.
Yep. And I just want to say, many of the husbands out there will 100% support their wives. You just share with us what it means to you, how it changes your life. And for me, for one, I've seen how this has impacted you, for you, um, and how many lives that you've come across, how their lives have been made, much better, much richer to say, it become wealthier if they realize that, it become more aware of the blessings they already have. And so, yes, yeah, I'm deeply humbled and can't wait to try to crash the event.
It was not invited. It's not you're not going to crash. He's not crashing, y'all. Don't worry.
I'm not.
But if you wanted to crash, that would actually be fun. Usually when we go to, like, if it comes to like events that I go to, is just like having the time of my life.
I'm doing my own.
Its own thing, ordering room service and living his best life. But yes, all right. Love you guys. Thank you for 300. And cheers to
Thousands more to come.